Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. In today's episode we're going back to ranked again and we're going to still see if we can climb up this leaderboard. We've hung around this sort of point for a little while, but we're actually going to change the list up. We've been using our Tooth of Astra list, the one that's on the Discord from Bad Fun Eurimpa. Really powerful list, but I want to go back to try using the Xuna list. So this is the, we called it the comeback kid because we've got a couple of big AoE hitters here to try and get us back from a behind position. And this is all about trying to win on points. We can turn on the captain if we need to, but this is all about the points wins. And I think Maximus and Hit and Run did a really good job of that before. And I just wanted to keep going. So we're going to try and get a game, see if we can have some fun. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button first of all. You can like, you can comment, you can join on Patreon. Anything you want to support is really appreciated. But for now, I'll see you once we get in the game. Okay, we have found ourselves our opponent. We're against Lot 192, a level 4 Exterior player, so fairly new player. Hopefully this will be a fun experience for them, and we're going to see how well we can do with our Xuna sort of comeback list. We've got a good bit of sort of early pressure, early control. We can take objectives fairly easily with Maximus and Hit and Run. Obviously Hit and Run's not as early, but so I think we could have a good shot here. Is this the 2 points? Isn't it? Oh, it's 3. Okay. So we'll have to see what we can do here. I think your turn. Obviously the plan is going to be to split up slightly, so we'll send... I mean, Toltecan probably is better off going down. Xuna going up. We can fit somebody out already. I mean, it's probably just Saria, really. If we just pop Saria down over here, try and take this point and then just run towards him a bit. We'll shield barrier ourselves and we'll put Mahan down. I guess covering a chunk of this area makes it the most sense to me. We're going to be able to put extra extra protection over this way next turn. They're not going to be able to deal with us immediately, and this is all about trying to go as far as possible with the resources they've got. Toltecan can't quite reach. This is where we're going to need Maximus to come into play. But if they're moving this direction, we can just take 2 points and try and sort of hole up and just go for the point advantage at that point. So hopefully our opponent... Yeah, so they're going this way. They're just going to try and take this and hold on. And we're going to try and split in a couple of different directions and just make it as easy as possible for ourselves. We can probably play Maximus or even Detonia here if we wanted to. It might actually just be worth it to save, I think. Like, unless they've got something we actively want to shoot, I might just consider saving our resources. But if they do play something we want to shoot, we'll move Toltecan down here, we'll play Maximus, we'll move up, shoot as best we can, and just move back onto the point or somewhere safe. So we've got good options here. I think we do want to move in with Saria a bit. Okay, so they've gone for no deployment. You have a 1 point lead. Guard your soft parts. Guard your soft parts. Thank you for that lovely interlude there. I mean, because they haven't deployed anything, I think we do just want to deploy Maximus. We want to make sure we get that extra bit of damage. I forgot my lucky cravat. Okay, so we should be able to stay out of range of them. Hopefully we'll get this hit as well. That would be nice. Okay, we did get one miss. Not unexpected, to be honest. Okay, so we're going to just pop ourselves down here, ready to deploy over there next turn. Move this direction. Shield barrier this side. And now we'll pop Mahan down again over. We'll pop it over here because we're going to be able to move out of this next turn. And assign Dardo as well because we might as well. So now we're at the point where we're scoring 2 points a turn. Toltecan's a bit out of the way, but it's basically free anyway. And we're kind of safe here. So they've got 6 leadership is the thing. We're going to have access to 4. So can we actually do enough damage here to deal with anything? The answer is probably not, unless they deploy quite aggressively. So, okay, that's not too bad. We could maybe move over here, try and block this in place. Contest point. If this is something like a crosshair, the problem with crosshair is that we've got Maximus who's moving. Okay, so it is Detonia. They're going to be able to pop both shields at once, which is nice. And they've got 3 resources left, so what are they going to go to for that? The other question is, how do we want to contest this point? Because we obviously do want to contest it. We want to start putting damage down, preferably onto Detonia, but we're not going to be able to get a ton of damage out there.
A perfect day for
So this is their Maximus. Okay, so Maximus might be what we go for, because if he stays too close, we can absolutely hit that.
I am warning you.
Yeah, so he probably goes around the other side. I don't know if he's going to... Yeah, that's where he wants to go. So Savria's not going to be able to get in range, which is fine. We could just go...
Your turn. You have a 1-point lead.
Safety's no accident.
Okay, so what do we do? I think... Can we get to Detonia here? Not quite. Can we get to Maximus? Also not quite. But can we contest this objective and be very annoying? Yes.
Feels like yesterday.
Okay, so this could be just be a case of popping over here and popping Snareling down, to be honest. I think contesting a point using Snareling is pretty reasonable. It's only Maximus, it's not something that's going to, you know, end our days or anything. So let's do that. Let's go this side, keep ourselves a bit safer still.
Who surrounds you?
And we're just going to... Or actually, no. We could do Furia. Furia just really probably helps quite a bit here. So we'll assign Dardo to Furia.
Take care of the crew.
We'll deploy Mahan as well, because we've got enough resources to do so. Maximus is just going to come over here and poke Detonia.
No.
And run away. Savria's going to come right in the front and just shield barrier herself. Right, who had the range shot? Oh no, we're not taking that. Yeah, we're okay here. We don't want to hit this because otherwise we'll just take it back and lose our shield, and it kind of defeats the object.
No one is in the lead.
But letting Furia stack up could be really nice for us. This we don't really have much fuss about. Okay, so Tantum with that's interesting, because now we're guaranteed to miss. So Furia will never do anything again, which is really interesting. So it's a really aggressive deployment, but it's quite a... So it's aggressive deployment in terms of actually where they've gone, but it's not that unsafe. So our opponent's actually got a really good grasp of the game here. This was unfortunate. There is now a world in which we could deal with Maximus next turn, because we've got hit and run coming, so all we need to do is get 2 damage onto him. And now Savria could be down to 1, I believe. So whatever they can deploy here, if it can deal 1 damage, we're in trouble. Yep, so that's going to be Stitchy. It's their own Savria. Okay. So our opponent's actually doing quite well in terms of keeping up with us on the board. And it's just a case of how do we want to put our pressure out now. Okay, so...
Your turn. No one is in the lead.
Interestingly, we can use this opportunity to just move over here and howl.
Women's best friends.
This is going to move over here. We'll just...
Meditating is for tiny pets.
Because this just doesn't really matter, we just shoot and just carry on with our day.
Impossible.
The most important thing here is, in fact, if we can get both hits onto Detonia here, that would be fantastic, because we can just kill Detonia. Okay, we did, which is brilliant. We do want to contest eventually, but for now we're just going to move here, because we can just pop hit and run down and just go for this attack with hit and run. Contest over here. It doesn't really matter where we go, because Savria will be able to contest as well. I guess we just deploy Mahan over here and assign Dardo there as well.
Unit is out of range.
Oh, it's out of range, okay. You know what? We want to be a bit further forward so we can compete if we need to. To move up here if we need to. Like, Maximus is going to be able to deal with us. Maybe this was our 1 turn to deal with it, but actually I think our opponent's playing quite well. We've got to make real good use of our resources here, but again, we're playing the points. We're not trying to play anything other than that. So, okay, hit and run, yep, that's fine. So they can potentially kill this. We're going to hit back but only take the shield. So there was not much we could do about that. Maximus is actually going to finish us off here, which is interesting. The question is, what can we do to finish them off? If they don't move with hit and run, then that's very good for us as well, because we could potentially just deal with the crosshair. But it could also be that we just go for shrapnel here. Yep, so this is going to keep missing.
We must
Still
do
can't
this.
move very far. I actually think maybe we're just going to start dying, which is really interesting. Our opponents nailed this. They played really nicely. This also could be a game where we play Arya down here. Okay, that was fine. Don't care about that.
Always
Shielding that
much
is
to
also
consider.
fine. The fact they didn't go for hit and run is very good news for us, because that actually means we've got a chance of dealing with Sevria, especially if we finish off with hit and run so we can run away.
Your turn. You have a 2-point lead.
So if we just sort of pop in here for our first deployment. So we'll go for this first. Get the
Regulation
hits. We
armor.
need to get 2 damage over there, so what if we...
My wires feel itchy.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put hit and run here. I'm going to use this to deploy shrapnel, which should go about here, I believe, which gives us a nice angle onto their hit and run.
You have deployed 5 out of 6 crew.
There we go,
on the
perfect.
field.
Then we get to hit this. And then, in theory, we'll just run to safety because it doesn't matter where we go as much here.
Go, 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 must go.
So, we absolutely want to howl here.
Say what you mean.
It's fine.
You go
I'm
for this. Just doesn't really matter. We'll block ourselves in here.
Always complications.
We're going to assign Dardo there. And deploy Mahan over onto us here. Let's go like that. And this seems pretty safe. So,
Opponent's
we're not
turn.
actually killing much
You
here.
have a 3-point lead.
But we're doing okay in terms of just staying safe. Oh, they actually just in range. They are just out, maybe? Okay, so this is their area, so that's going to stop us scoring over here. So if they can kill any of our crew, then we start getting back to the point of contesting again, which is interesting. So they're looking for angles here, I believe, maybe up there.
Look at all the people.
Yep, so there's Arya. We're not surprised at this.
Show 'em what you're made of.
This only does 2. That's the thing, so... Okay, yep, they've got that. So they can kill Furia, which puts them down to slightly better. Can they actually use hit and run? Look at Maximus's movement. We have absolutely shredded that. Down to nearly nothing with Toltecan there. Which is really funny. I think Toltecan should have moved slightly further to hit Maximus to make... if we could have still got the spin onto both, but I'm not 100% sure. I didn't know if they're to be in range or not. Yeah, this was a mistake. So now they can take that point away, and now we're back in contesting. But ooh, if that's where we're going, that's so good for
This
us.
is frustration.
Because now we actually have got another point here, and all we need to do is find 1 kill in this direction if they don't kill this now.
Retribution.
Oh, don't get it. 50-50, 50-50. Oh, they got it. Okay.
Defensive field activated.
Either way, we've got a kill over here,
Your turn.
which puts us
You
up to
have a
3.
2-point lead.
We can potentially get a kill over here, which is 4. In fact, we can just kill
Feels like yesterday.
Crosshair, can't we? So we do want to contest. That's the problem. So how do we go about doing that? So if we deploy here, so we only just clip this. Yeah, so you miss Maximus. Deal with that.
What are we
I think
doing here?
we stay for 100%. Make sure we deal with that.
Means nothing.
And then, do we have any other range up here? We don't really, do we? So let's just deal with Maximus. Or do we? You know what? It could even just be that we actually just go
Say
for the
what you
crosshair
mean.
onto Stitchy.
Does it ever go smooth?
I think it is crosshair onto Stitchy here, actually.
This gets heavier.
And then
Superb
Mahan over
work,
here.
Captain. You need only 1 more point to win.
We'll hide up this way a little bit. Sure, we'll howl. We'll howl, just to make sure Maximus can do still
You have a 3-point
less again.
lead.
So again, we're going to score a point next turn, so they need to kill something here. It is possible they can get some damage here, especially if they've got abilities, but we're going to have Zappa and Enki next turn, which is a big amount of damage. So in theory we might be able to kill a couple of things. It's so funny how little Maximus moves now. Okay, so yes, they're doing that for Toltecan. What's their follow-up? Yep, they can do this, that's fine. We're probably going to want to follow up here, actually. Because that's going to be a point. Have they got 3 AoE? Is it? Okay, this could miss. 50-50 again. Okay, we got the miss. That's such good news for us. I think we've got this next turn. We just need to kill Maximus. And we've got Zappa and Enki to do so. In fact, we can just move over here, crosshair this, and Zappa this angle as well. So we should almost guaranteed have this game in the bag. We can just deploy Zappa here, pull them down, poke over here, and it should work out in our favour.
Your turn.
Yep.
You have a 4-point lead.
So we're just going to pop ourselves up here, attack this and this, pop Zappa and Enki down,
You have deployed 5 out of 6
charge to this
crew
angle,
on the field.
get the Mace Vortex, goodbye Maximus. There we go. So I get the impression that our opponent has played a lot of these styles of games before. They've got a good understanding of how basically tabletop games work, objective-based games, how to move around. That didn't feel like someone who's only a level 4 account. That felt absolutely a bit more intricate than that. So really glad that that wasn't just like a stomp or anything like that. Well played, Lop. Really good game overall. And honestly, I think it went well. It's always fun when you can just win the game with Zappa, because it's just that big slam that just comes down and really just it feels powerful. So if you enjoyed that, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join us over on Patreon. Anything you can do to support the channel is really appreciated. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, have a good day.